In a distant ancient village, there was a young flute player named Eddie. Eddie is a lonely young man, wandering alone in a cabin deep in the mountains. He had a wonderful flute and could play beautiful music. Eddie's music is like a breeze, passing through the trees in the mountains and spreading throughout the village. When people hear the sound of his flute, they feel the shock and peace of mind just like hearing the sound of nature. However, Eddie's music not only brings joy, it is also his talk and thinking about life. In the silent night, when the stars are twinkling, Eddie will play deep melodies to express his thoughts about the world and his love for life. One day, a young girl from the village accidentally heard the sound of Eddie's flute. She was attracted by the beautiful music and followed the sound of the music to Eddie's cabin. She discovered that Eddie was like a lonely poet, using his music to tell the beauty and philosophy of life. From that day on, the girl often came to Eddie's cabin to chat with him and share each other's stories and feelings. They watched the sunset together, looked up at the stars, and felt the wonders of nature and the infinity of the universe. Eddie's music is also more beautiful because of the girl's company. They often walked together in the mountains and forests. Eddie played beautiful tunes. The girl danced lightly to the music, as if two souls were flying under the wings of music. Slowly, the villagers were also infected by Eddie's music. They begin to regain their passion for life and enjoy every beautiful moment. Eddie's music has become a scenery in the village, and people often gather together at night. Listen to his playing and feel the purification and tranquility of your soul. Although Eddie is still lonely, he knows he is not alone. Because his music has connected with the people of the village and has become an indispensable part of their lives. He knew that as long as his music lasted, he would never be alone. Finally, when the villagers realized that Eddie's music had become an integral part of their lives, they decided to hold a grand concert for Eddie to thank him for the wonderful music and warmth he brought to the village.
At that grand concert, the entire village celebrated Eddie's music. People hang their own lanterns in their yards, lighting up the entire village and creating a warm and peaceful atmosphere. Before the concert started, the villagers came to the venue with food and drinks, preparing to spend an unforgettable night with Eddie. The venue was filled with tables and chairs, and flowers and candlesticks were placed on each table, making the entire venue look particularly beautiful and warm. When Eddie walked onto the stage, there was thunderous applause and people applauded enthusiastically to welcome him. The concert they had been waiting for finally started. Eddie gently picked up the flute, closed his eyes, and began to play his soul-stirring music. The music penetrated the whole night, flowing in everyone's heart like a clear spring. People close their eyes, revel in the ocean of music, and feel the purification and healing of their souls. Eddie's music seems to be telling touching stories one after another, making people feel the beauty and wonder of life. At the climax of the concert, Eddie played the most touching movement. That is a new song he composed, full of love for life and longing for the future. People couldn't help but shed tears as they listened. They felt the meaning and value of life, and realized that as the music ended, the entire venue erupted into thunderous applause and cheers. stood up and applauded, expressing their most sincere gratitude and respect to Eddie. Eddie stood on the stage and greeted everyone with a smile. He knew that his music had touched people's hearts and became a beautiful part of that wonderful night. Eddie's music not only brought joy and touch to the villagers, but also this concert is not